On this episode of We're No Damn Experts, Rebecca and Maddie have an actor on the podcast to talk about the upcoming live performances in Great Falls, Montana.
Best damn podcast, the best damn town. You wanna get up, get ready to get down. With its big wide sky and the wild river Thames. If you wanna go, we can take you there to Great Falls, Montana.
Welcome to the greatest damn town in Montana, Great Falls. I'm Rebecca Ingham.
And I'm Maddie Hazard.
And we're no damn experts.
But today we have an expert who is killing Alice in Wonderland, but also bringing us 8 performances about a comedy that has big egos, small seductions, something of the sort. Tianta Stevens, the owner. Welcome.
I think that was the most confusing introduction ever.
Today's the last day for Escape the Falls
okay.
to go into Alice the Wonderland escape room.
That is true.
Saw that post and
Cried a little.
Yes.
So Tianta has Escape the Falls and also Act Normal Theater, but she's here to talk more about Act Normal.
Theater, yes.
But before we get into that, what's replacing Alice in Wonderland?
Okay, so yes, we are retiring one of our escape rooms.
So not killing her?
We're not killing her. We're retiring her and Wonderland altogether. And so in that space that room is currently in, I'll be dividing it up probably at least into 2 rooms.
Okay.
But then we will be opening, hopefully at the end of March, first part of April, Deception Depot.
Oh.
Yes, and that's actually going into the room next to it. And so where Alice in Wonderland is currently, I'm hoping to put a pirate-themed room in.
So you're going to use that door then still? Maybe is that door for the Alice in Wonderland still going to be used in the pirate one? I hope.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. This
Not
is
sure.
exciting.
That one's still under construction in my head.
Well, I don't know how you come up with all this stuff to begin with, so...
Just a creative mind sitting down there in downtown Great Falls trying to figure out
how to scare people. Well,
Yeah, she refused to go into Asylum, our spooky room.
well, did you see Asylum?
No,
Don't.
because I probably would be scared as well.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone would want to see that unless you're just tormented as a child. and
But
wanna...
people do like murder mysteries.
Such as Act Normal Theater.
Ooh,
There we
perfect
go.
segue.
So, Act Normal Theater, you guys are opening on March 4th. Is that right?
Yes. So opening night is this Friday. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this Friday, March 4th.
You're ready, right?
Yes, I've been working on the set. I'm covered in paint currently.
Okay, we can say that you're covered in paint. I'm glad.
Yeah,
okay.
so it's what we call Hell Week. Or technical week. So we're, getting down to the nitty gritty before opening night on Friday, finishing touches on, painting, all the technical aspects.
Where is it going to be at?
So we are running every Friday and Saturday for the month of March at Times Square Event Center.
Oh.
Okay, and
So-
it's a dinner and a show.
It is, yes. And so this is a new venue for us. For the past 9 years, we had been up at the 3D,
Okay.
which was a great partnership for us, but we've kind of outgrown that space up there. And so we just needed a little bit more elbow room. And so now Times Square Event Center down on Central Avenue.
About how many people normally attend this?
So normally we sell out all of our shows with a capacity of about 55 per night.
And that capacity is going to increase at?
Yeah, we're looking hopefully to pack them in at about 65.
Ooh.
Oh.
So get your tickets early, people.
Yeah, it
That's
comes with
right.
dinner too.
It does, a 3-course meal
Holy.
by the chef that is there at the event center. Sorry, I don't know the gentleman's name.
Yeah, that's all right.
I do know that the food is fantastic, though.
Well,
so.
I saw there was going to be stuffed pork, some chicken, roast beef, and then there's a salmon. Salmon. I don't know why.
Salmon.
Yeah, no salmon, but salmon. Yes.
Salmon. never say words weird. Okay, so there's
Well, that one came out pretty
and a
strange.
salmon option. So I'm excited for it. I need you to explain some basics to me. I don't know if Rebecca is as dim-witted as me or not, but when we look at the production title, it says Ken Ludwig's A Comedy of Tenors. So who's this Ken guy?
Yeah, who's Ken Ludwig?
Because
Is he
The
part of your
star
crew?
the show. No, he's the playwright.
Oh, the guy who wrote the story.
Correct. So Ken Ludwig is the playwright.
Okay.
So in a
So this would be a different, like, if it was Rebecca Ingham's Comedy of Tenors, that might be a different story than Ken Ludwig's.
Yes, you would not want to go see that show, but
we are going to see Ken's. Okay.
but you do want to see Ken Ludwig's A Comedy of Tenors. So that's just the playwright.
Okay.
So it's Act Normal Theater presents Ken Ludwig's A Comedy of Tenors.
Okay. Okay.
So, which is a show that's based in 1936 Paris.
Ooh.
In a fancy hotel suite. And it is Henry Saunders. He's the impresario who, he's the producer. He is bringing in 3 tenors to produce the concert of the century. And mayhem ensues.
How much mayhem?
Yeah. I'm going to have you talk a little bit closer to me.
So this is a bedroom farce. So what a farce is, there's a lot of door slamming, mistaken identities, very fast
yes.
action. So that's what this show is, a bedroom farce. So a lot of innuendos.
Perfect.
And it's just, from the top to the end, it's just fast-paced and it's hilarious.
How long does the performance normally last?
So this will be about 2 hours, but that includes your dinner as well. So,
Okay.
So we open, we'll run a scene, then we break, salad is served, and then we continue the act, and then take a break, dinner is served, and then we come back for the second act.
Tianta, is there a stage that you perform on, or do you integrate in and steal people's food?
So a lot of the shows that we do are audience participation or interactive. This one is not.
Okay.
But when we do,
I love it.
say do.
I love it.
When we do an audience participation, it's more of an interactive, whereas we're breaking what we call that fourth wall and just interacting with the audience. But we never pull anybody up from the audience that doesn't want to come up. But there have been shows where we do bring people up on the stage. But this one is neither. So this
Don't
one
worry
is,
about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
So that's not going to happen. So this one is just a straight comedy. We're not. Yeah. So if you do come to the show, please don't
Try and interact.
don't try to participate. So
Stay in your seat and just view and enjoy.
Yes.
So what do those people call them before? Hecklers? You don't want any hecklers that are trying to get heckler. There we go. Gosh.
Yeah.
Well,
Which is interesting because I there's a line in the script that I just know somebody's gonna pipe up their opinion on. So.
how many actors are performing in it?
So this show we have 7.
Okay. There's 7 characters. And how were they cast? Are they part of your group? Did they audition?
So we are a troupe, and so which is always in flux, I guess. So
Okay.
it can sometimes it's between 12 and 15 people. So when I cast a show, I just draw from the actors that I currently work with. Not to say that we're not open for new members. So maybe about every 2 years I will hold an open audition. So for anybody who wants to audition for the troupe is welcome to do so. I don't audition for individual shows
Okay.
because a lot of times when researching a show, I pick from kind of like who I already have in my troupe and who I have in mind. And so, whoops, I hit a spring on the mic.
We do that all the time.
Yeah.
Try that again.
Okay, so you bring in these actors for your troupe, and you have your show in mind. So then they are the same people that normally perform with you during the holiday or Halloween fundraiser. Is that what you did also at the Heritage Inn past year for Act Normal?
Okay, yeah.
Or am I
that's
misremembering
the night
that?
of
Making
the,
stuff up.
yeah,
The night
Of the Living Ales.
Ales.
Night
yes.
of the Living Ales. Yes, that's just something that we that they've been generous enough to invite us to participate in, and it's just a bit of a fundraiser for us. And we
guys
usually
act
run
crazy?
I'm sorry?
You guys act crazy?
Well, we're usually in a character of some sort.
Okay.
I see, like this last year. Oh yeah, we were like kind of Star Trek type characters, and we had a photo booth. It was
Okay.
like it was a giant photo booth that people could get in and look like packaging for a doll.
Okay.
Oh.
So you would pose and you look like a live action posable figurine. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That
so,
is pretty neat.
Yeah, so we do different things like that. We've gone as the Addams Family. That was a lot of fun. We were Bob's Burgers one year, and so usually we run carnival type games.
Okay.
And this year, no carnival. Last year, I guess carnival games we didn't run those, but we had that photo booth.
Okay.
Not sure what's happening next year.
Yeah.
Well, I know
haven't
you
had a
guys are
conversation with them
recovering. I hate to mention COVID and that, but I know you're still recovering, but you're coming back, and we have the return of these performances in March, which we're super excited about. Are there going to be more shows?
Oh, certainly. Yeah. Well, COVID
This year? Yeah.
like all businesses here, it really impacted us. And we were in the middle of a run of Clue. And,
yeah.
Yeah, I was Mrs. White. And we were shut down in the middle of our run, and so that was a huge financial loss for us. And so because these shows are quite expensive for us to produce, and so the proceeds from one show, a run of a show, is funding the next show, which in this case is Comedy of Tenors.
Okay.
How long will Comedy of Tenors run? Like, are you just doing it a weekend, or is it multiple
No,
weekends?
it's every Friday, Saturday in March. So
Okay.
that would be 8 shows.
7 p.m. Yep.
Yes, 7
Starting
p.m.
the 4th. I'm excited.
Perfect date night, right?
Yes, it is.
It is. Doors open at 6 o'clock. There's a no-host bar.
Oh, perfect.
And then your three-course
For those of
meal.
you that like to drink any kind of
Non-hosted.
drinks.
Yeah, and I hate to say this, but yeah, we kind of encourage people to drink because it just makes us that much more fun.
Funny.
Yes. I agree too. I mean, you need the loosen up. You're going to laugh.
But that always goes along with, one of the rules that we have. The first rule, turn off your cell phone. Second rule is if it's funny, laugh, because we can always tell when people want to laugh, but they're like looking around, they're self-conscious. It's like laugh,
No, it was
please.
funny. Go ahead and laugh.
Yeah, and that helps us too, because then we know that you're having a good time, and we
Yeah.
feed off of that. So.
So you've been doing this for a while. What is one of the worst things that an audience participant can do to just really set you off on performing well?
Well, speaking of drinking too much, yeah, sometimes at the most inopportune time, they'll, interject and come running up on stage. That's happened. So,
Don't do that.
Yeah, that was, but the professionals that we are, we ran with
rolled
it,
it,
and
okay.
yeah, it was
Got them back in their seats and out the door.
interesting though. So
So laugh if it's funny.
Don't drink too much and run up on stage.
Yep. Don't heckle.
Anything else that we should know?
the cell phones.
Okay.
And it never fails when we make that announcement. Somebody's always in the bathroom, and then they come out. So
How about taking pictures?
yeah, no pictures or video.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm always
sometimes
sad.
Just keep your brain memories.
Oh, and another thing, we do ask people, again, not to come up on stage, and that includes a lot of times people like to take selfies on the stage beforehand.
Oh.
But it is a set, and there's certain things that we're aware of that they don't know about that could be a safety hazard
Issue.
to them.
Ooh.
And so, we discourage that.
Don't do that either.
Okay. And you guys said you normally sell out. So people obviously need to buy their tickets now. While you're listening to this, you're going to just
Yep.
go to the link in the bio, link in show notes, whatever. Just find the link, get the tickets, pick your options for dinner. Easy enough. Show up, eat, drink, and laugh your butt
Be
off.
merry.
Be merry.
That's right.
So if this sells out and you're profitable, hopefully you are, what's this going to fund? Is there a show in your sights that you want to do next?
Yeah.
Besides Rebecca's
Rebecca Ingham's Comedy of
Comedy of-
Tenors.
Rebecca Ingham's A Comedy of Sopranos.
There we go. I'll start working on the play tonight.
There is a show I have in mind, but I don't want to announce it yet.
That's fine.
Because I haven't secured the rights to it.
Okay, yeah.
And
But do we
so-
know time frame? Maybe.
That one is going to take, as far as production, a while. So I don't,
Okay.
usually we take the summer off. I am actually considering doing a show over the summer. It's a 2-person show, and this one would be a drama, which we always do comedies. And so I don't know that it would necessarily be a dinner theater show, but I could tell you this one that I'm considering. I'm looking at Misery.
Okay.
Remember the movie
Oh,
Misery?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this one's a stage play, so I am considering that, and it's kind of spooky and creepy,
Right.
and I think that'd be kind of fun.
That'd
so
be
I'm
fun.
considering, maybe over the summer doing that one, and both of these shows would fund our fall production, which I'm really excited about, but I can't say what it is yet. So
So the troupe obviously has to rehearse. So how much practice goes in before a performance?
oh my goodness, lots of hours. So we do rehearse 5 nights a week for 2 months.
Oh my.
But then there's also rehearsal time on their own. So
Okay.
so when you're not at rehearsal, you're rehearsing your lines on your own. You're memorizing your lines on your own. So, it's a lot more than just that 5 days a week for 2 months. And then on top of it, there's everything else. There's the construction, the painting of the set, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot of hours that go into one of these productions, but that's not what we want people to focus on when they see the show. We want them to admire the set and then have fun with the show.
Oh no,
Right.
I'm disagreeing. I want everyone to know that these actors took months to
prepare.
practice.
Yeah.
They spent 5 days a week because they're not full-time actors. They do have other jobs. They
Yep.
took 5 times a week to practice. Then they ran lines with their significant other who hopefully can tolerate them at their practice level, because I'm sure they're divas while doing it. And so that way they remember to turn off your darn cell phone
And
to
just immerse yourself
and
in this
enjoy it,
performance.
because that's what they should know. This
Yeah.
isn't just it is
Fly
just,
by night.
Yeah, it's an awesome date night for us. Great dinner. It's going to be good. But when I go there, I need to know that the people invested in this and they spent their time and their energy. So you better laugh. Come on.
You better laugh or else.
Yeah. Because otherwise you're just going to go in there and be like, oh, this is just a quick production they throw up. No, Tianta's sitting here with paint on her hands. And I really want to know what you were painting. Because when you called earlier, you said, I have to get this set done because, well, it needs to dry before rehearsal, before people get here. So what were you painting?
So this morning I was painting, so it's a hotel suite, the setting of the play, and it's all in the details, because
Right.
in the back, upstage, there's a riser with stairs. So when you come in to the hotel suite, you're on a kind of a platform, then you come down the stairs into the living area. So those risers were tiling,
Okay.
and so I have to paint them first. I have to put primer down first before we actually put the tiles down. So,
Oh, okay.
and then, I was lamenting the other day. I'm like, who's even going to notice these beautiful tiles that we spent so much money on? So
Everybody will.
now everybody will. I
Now
hope.
everyone's going to know the tiles were the reason.
Pay attention.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So come here for the tiles.
So
Come see the tiles.
I have seen in the past when people do live performances, sometimes they have to play more than one character. Is anyone in the troupe playing more than one character in the comedy in Ken Ludwig's Comedy of Tenors?
Not in this production, no. But we all are wearing several hats because, I'm the managing director of the company, so I'm directing the show. We have Megan Wakely. She's the assistant director and stage manager, plus she plays a role, a part, in a character in the show. So everybody, we have Andy Southon. He designed the set, which it looks fabulous, and so he's put a lot of time into constructing it. So everybody, the whole troupe is doing something. Liz, she's made a tongue. I'll leave it at that. So so come see the tongue and the tiles, and so everybody's doing something. Everybody's so it's not just learning your lines and coming to rehearsal. You're expected to do above and beyond.
So there's clearly a passion with everyone who's involved in this kind of live performance experience. Can you tell us where the troupe hangs out? Like, are they teachers? Are they accountants? Are they bikers? Like, What are they doing in our community when they aren't doing all this other fun stuff?
Sure. So, again, Megan Wakely, she is a music instructor. She does opera, and so she's also
wow.
going to school getting her, I think she already has her master's. I don't know. Is there something else beyond master's?
Doctorate.
Doctorate. There you go.
Yeah.
I think that's what she's...
Dr.
yeah.
Megan.
Yeah,
Dr.
so I don't know.
Megan
I mean,
of music
she's amazing. So then we have Sean Mcguire. He works for a nonprofit here in town.
Okay.
He's invaluable. We got Josh Wendt. He's your actor. He's a waiter as well. So
Oh,
we have Liz Lover. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, Liz.
That's all right,
but
Liz.
she works at a floral shop here in town.
Okay.
oh, so creative
My
design.
Viola.
Okay.
Yeah, My Viola downtown. So so she's very creative that way. Andy Southon, he has his own production company, Answers from the Void, and so he's available for commercial work. But so he does voiceover work, filming.
So he understands all the sound components, making sure all of that works really well.
Right, and then we have Dylan Storm. And lucky guy, he gets to work with dogs all afternoon. So at one of the
Ooh.
We do have
places.
a coworker here that does not like dogs, so
We just learned it.
no.
yeah, I know. Hindsight's 2020. Note to add something to a question at the beginning when you meet someone.
Do you like animals?
But what is there, or is there something that an audience member should know that they might not pick up right away for this performance that you want them to know? Like, hey, you wouldn't know this, but you should look for this in the beginning of the production. Or no, just absorb what you can.
Yeah, I think the show it unveils itself actually pretty rapidly. So yeah, it's not a slow burn by any means. It's again, it's a farce, so it's very fast paced.
Okay.
And it, from the get go, it's chaos and mayhem and it's fun. So yeah, so I think. I think audiences, they just get immersed very quickly in what's happening in the characters and the action.
So there'll be tables set up. So if a party,
No, we expect people to eat on the floor.
there she is. She's coming alive.
It came out.
Right.
Well done.
So how are people going to be eating their food? On what
Family
platform?
style.
Yeah, so we call it communal dining.
Okay.
So you will, in most likely event, be sharing your table with someone, unless you're a larger party. So if you have like a party of 6, you'll get your own table. But if you're a party of 2, there is a possibility.
Yeah, that's fine.
Not necessarily that you will be, but there is a possibility that maybe you'll be sharing a table with 4 other people, which is actually fun. A lot of times people, they'll be like, "What? I have to eat with strangers?"
You eat with strangers all the time.
Yeah. And then by the end of the evening, though, we see people are exchanging phone numbers and buying each other drinks, and it's really cool.
Well, that's what I'm questioning is while you open with a scene and then the salad is served, is everyone going to be chit-chatting, guessing like, oh my goodness, are they going to be reviewing the show? Is that what you would think people are going to do and try and...
Yeah, we get a lot of people. We can hear them out there, discussing the show, but we also hear people talking about grandmother's recipe and, it's whatever,
If I was a character in your show and I heard someone in the audience guess things correctly, too much so, I would go rogue and I'd change
the script.
because I don't want them to be right. That would just be me.
You're backstage telling everyone, okay, remember we were going to do this
Well,
and you
table
had all
4.
those lines memorized. We're going to change it all up.
Yeah,
table
everybody
for-
This
loves
is
you.
not going to happen now.
So, okay, I am ready to do all this, but I want to know if I go and do this dinner and a show for a Comedy of Tenors, the next production of this type, is it also going to be at Times Square Event Center? Do you think you're going to stay at this venue for a while?
That remains to be seen.
Okay.
It's been great thus far being there, but it just kind of depends on their availability, the space.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, what they have going on. I know we're getting into their wedding season, and so I know that space is used quite a bit for weddings and wedding receptions. And if I'm looking at doing something over the summer, I don't know if that's going to be available. The show that I'm hoping to do next season, next fall, I'm not sure if the set requirements would work in that space.
Okay.
So
Okay. So we have to keep our options open. Because I was going to make excuse of like why I could come and maybe like take photos so that I'd be like, oh, this is what you can expect next time.
Trying to
maybe
pawn it off on work time.
Yeah, I could try. It doesn't seem like that's going to work, but doesn't mean I won't go. I'm definitely going to go with my husband. We're either going to go this Friday or next week Friday. So we're excited.
Pretty exciting.
Yes. I know that you have two different businesses and they deserve both their own equal. But I do want to...
do you want me to step out the door?
Yes, and then you can come back in as the Escape the Falls owner hat on it. When I talked with you last at Escape the Falls, you had the new murder room, the one that was sent in... What room was it?
Room
Sorry,
10.
that just sounds so funny. The murder room.
There was not a murder that happened there.
It was like room
There was a murder that happened there. Yeah, so it's room 745.
745. Okay, how is
Hotel
that one
Budapest. So that one has shown itself to be our most difficult room.
going? Really?
So the time to beat on that is, I think, 48 minutes. And
Ooh.
it's a brain twister, stumper, whatever. It's our smallest room, so we don't advise more than 4 people in there.
Okay.
It is a 1970s hotel room, and you need to solve the murder that happened within that room. So rather than trying to escape the room, like our other escape rooms, this one you need to solve the murder that happened.
Otherwise, you get murdered next. And then they have a room 746, which is your
Where all
murder.
the dead bodies are piling
Just
up.
keep piling up in there.
Do people ever like want both experiences where it's like an escape
Oh,
dinner
like someone
performance?
sneaks into the escape room and
Yeah.
Well, and actually, our the video we have at the escape room that we show everybody before they go in do an escape room, it talks about there may be live actors in this room. Please be kind to them and blah blah blah. And so I get a lot of people. They'll say, "Are there live actors in this?" And I'm like, "Nope, only dead ones." That's my favorite side.
That's the asylum one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't have any actors in our escape rooms. My insurance actually does not allow it, and and that's also a lot. Like for example, if we had an actor in asylum and they had to get zombified, just for an hour, and then come back in 4 hours, would you? For another booking. Yeah.
No, I am
That's a bit
definitely
extreme.
against live actors in escape rooms. I believe I told you I went to an escape room on a girls' trip once, and there was a live actor, a zombie. Funny that you say that. I got hurt pretty bad because I wasn't supposed to touch them, and just
Yeah, I've heard
I'm a
stories
scaredy
about
cat. Yeah.
yeah.
people punching them just out of fear.
Fear,
Yeah.
yes, because it is scary stuff in there, and you think that you're not going to respond that way. You're like, oh, I know it's fake. I know it's just like a 45-hour booking. No, I did that virtual reality at
Right.
Game Night Lounge.
Yeah.
When you immerse yourself in it, it's completely scary, and I would definitely.
Well,
punch a
you're
zombie.
locked. Here's the deal. If you know nothing about escape rooms because you've been living under a rock for a while, you get locked in a room, and you have to be smart enough to solve the problems to get out.
Or hope that the 3 people you came with.
are smart
Yeah,
enough.
But I do want to point out that you're not locked in a room.
Oh,
'Cause I know
okay.
that really freaks people out. We shut the door.
So you're not
that's
locked
yeah.
in.
So there's always
But there's
an
that-
emergency escape button. Or
There's that
panic
idea
button.
that you have to rely on your wits in order to get out.
Yes.
Maybe I don't have enough wits.
How many people are as scared as me and they like sign on to do the experience and they're just like, nope, on a rope, let's go. Like, has anyone ever done that for asylum or maybe a different
Well,
room?
sometimes kids,
Okay.
so we don't recommend young kids. 7 is a good age. Some
Not
kids,
for asylum though. No,
I've had 7-year-olds in there, and I had some of them do fine. I've had others that have cried and they'll come out
kids
and
that do fine.
I want to meet them.
Not in 20 years, but I'll meet them right now. Okay.
But overall, I don't recommend any age under 7 doing any of our escape rooms because it's you're solving puzzles and there's different solutions that may require a little bit of math or different things like that. And a lot of times those kids, they might get bored. If there's and the parents are so distracted playing, that they're not observing that their kid's sticking their finger in socket, or
Exactly.
pulling on wires or things like that. So we don't recommend any kids under the age of 7, but 7 seems to be a good age where kids they understand the concept of it.
Okay.
And they are enjoying it. And they're very helpful with their parents because they're looking, where, parents might not be opening up cupboards or whatever, but kids, they're looking underneath things. They're
yeah.
opening up stuff. Look what I found, and yeah, so
I was
they
missing
do really
that
well.
for 3 years. Thank you for finding that. Okay. I have a question. We originally were going to do this podcast with maybe one of your actors coming in character. Is this option still available maybe later in the month or for the next production? Because I'm now ready for it. Rebecca pitched the idea to me and was like, I don't know.
Yeah, because we talked about it a while back. I said, because I wanted us to come in, actually, the troupe in character and do the podcast.
Hesitant.
And then,
Well, because Tianta, I don't know how to respond to them. Like, what if I say something and then the more I thought about it and then, I don't know, gears started turning. I'm like, this would be really cool. This is how I would interact with them. Obviously give them a hard time. They'd probably give me one worse. But I definitely want to do that. An episode, even if it's not for this production, but the next one, keep that as an option.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it didn't work out this time. Just it was kind of last minute that I got back with you, and then also a lot of our actors have day jobs too. So
Right.
Yeah, we understand. Yeah, we have a day job too.
We do too.
yeah, what is it?
Waitress.
I don't know. No, yeah.
Great personality.
If you have any questions about Act Normal Theater or where to find Escape the Falls in Great Falls, why don't you look on the show notes at werenodamnexperts.com.
You could also check out our entire website at visitgreatfallsmontana.org. And it's got a bunch of information on not just Act Normal Theater and the escape room, but other things you could do.
To make a best date night, because
Right.
that's where you're going to start.
Or an entire weekend, maybe a full week. Maybe you want to spend a month in Great Falls. We've got you covered.
There you go.
You can go to a dinner theater show and then do an escape room.
No,
There you go.
That's going to have to be spaced out in 2 days. I can't handle that much.
Exactly.
So if you have any questions, give me a call at 406-761-4436 or send me an email at information@visitgreatfalls.org.
Thank you so much for being here with us, covered in paint, and sharing everything about cool live performances that are finally happening in our community again. So until you listeners are here in Great Falls, we hope you're having an amazing time planning your trip to Montana's greatest damn town.
Bye-bye.
We're No Damn Experts is the recorded claims from Great Falls, Montana, covering what you need to know about this amazing damn town. Damn, that felt good.
On the next episode of We're No Damn Experts, Rebecca and Madi have a guest on the podcast to talk about murder and Lewis and Clark. You won't want to miss this one. We're No Damn Experts is produced by Great Falls, Montana Tourism with original music by the best damn musician, Joel Corda.